right, we're here.
Here we are.
We're back
We're back.
once again.
It's another Friday.
Mhm.
It's weird how these Fridays work, eh? It's like every week
There's a Friday.
there's another one.
It's been like 66 weeks in a row. It's been Friday.
What?
Yeah,
That's bizarre.
that can't be normal.
That doesn't sound right. That sounds like
No.
an anomaly. Well, welcome to the show, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. We got lots to talk about, but before we do, if you're watching, hit the damn subscribe button.
Hit it.
Just hit it. Just hit it. It's not a big deal. You just hit it. If you don't like us after the show,
You can make love to it if you want.
yeah, actually, yeah. Well, you should
If
probably make love to it if you're gonna
well,
hit it.
as long as you get written consent first, it's okay.
Yeah. But I mean, if you do hit it, make sure you tell it after, maybe like 10 minutes after, that you hit it because you love it.
Well, yeah, of course.
Yeah, you don't want to just hit it in vain like that.
No, that'd be wrong.
That's
It's horrible.
totally wrong. Yeah. But yeah, so do that and hit the like, hit the thumbs up thing. Because the algorithm loves that. By the algorithm I mean YouTube, our overlords. It loves it. So it will push our videos out to more like-minded people like yourself. So do that. All right.
All right.
Without
Shall we get started?
yeah, let's just get right into it.
All right, probably the big news of the week. Tucker
Ooh.
Carlson fired from Fox News.
So Fox News basically decided they're gonna just stop being a
They
company.
lost more than half their viewers, I think, at the was it 8 o'clock
The 8 o'clock
time slot.
Yeah,
They lost like more than half. They lost $1 billion in market cap. Bit of a misjudgment, but
I don't think so because from what the sounds of it, some of the speculation is that Murdoch had a thing with like had it out for Tucker.
well, yeah,
To really,
probably.
yeah, I don't think they could control him very well. That was part of the problem. I think he said a lot of stuff that probably,
Yeah,
you
because
know,
like it's like all the mainstream media outlets are in bed with the deep state to some extent.
and that's the
Controlled
funny.
opposition, right?
Yeah.
Tucker was
Well, that's the funny thing about Fox News. Tucker gave them credibility because through that all that noise, anybody who thought that they were just lockstep with the deep state were like, well, how could they have Tucker Carlson on there who says shit about
yeah.
the deep state and stuff,
But
right?
now
But now it's like,
that
oh,
hypothesis has been thrown to the wind.
yeah, this is nothing. Oh,
Just want to make sure our audio is working.
that's like looking into a mirror at ourselves.
Yeah,
Like or looking into that T-shirt where you just keep seeing, just
perpetuity.
perpetuity. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, this is good news for Tucker. I think this is now like,
Oh yeah, no, he's gonna do something way bigger.
he's
He's gonna
gonna be
bring
huge.
over a ton of people, and I think Tim Pool was saying that this is going to probably be. I don't know if it's Tim Pool or like someone in a comment section somewhere. A little bit of gas. Was saying that Tucker is probably going to be a lot of uh, older people's more normie types first introduction to like the internet and the alternative media because they're going to follow him over.
Yeah.
He's got a lot of people who are just going to follow him to wherever he goes, and he's going to be the biggest thing.
And the good thing about it is these, like we were speaking about the algorithm will then share a like, something that's like him
Yeah.
to that audience that wouldn't normally have been looking there.
Yeah.
They're like, oh shit, maybe they catch a Tim Pool and they go, hey, this guy's good too. I like this guy.
Question now is what does he do? Right? Like
I think he's
is the
I
Daily
think he's
Wire
handcuffed.
gonna
I think he's
gonna
handcuffed right now. I don't
why?
think he can do anything. I think he's
I don't think he should be.
contractually handcuffed.
I don't think so.
I'll bet you.
Doubt it.
I'll bet
He's fired.
he's still under contract, and I'll bet you they're holding over a bunch of shit on him with like lawsuits, like the Dominion lawsuit and things like that. So they're probably shielding him um from any lawsuits against him personally. They're saying as long as you're under contract with us, we'll deflect for you essentially. But that also handcuffs him to not be able to do anything.
I doubt that. I think he's negotiating probably right now.
Really?
Yeah, I bet you everybody and their mother has sent him an offer,
Oh,
and
sure.
now he's got to sort out what
Yeah.
he wants to do. The issue is, can anybody pay him enough? Right? Like I think who said it on Timcast the other night? Is the Daily Wire gonna offer him $500 million? Like that's pretty much what they'd have to, right? Because he's so big.
Yeah.
If he just starts a YouTube channel, he's gonna have 10 million
Well,
subscribers in
I
a month?
think, yeah, does he probably already has his own YouTube channel. I'm thinking
I don't think so.
he's gotta have
Probably
something.
not.
But
He posted the video on Twitter.
I would think that even certain entities like the Daily Wire would maybe want to have a piece of him.
Or,
You know, they put a stake into him and say, hey, we get a 15% piece of everything that you do,
yeah,
and then he has freedom. I would think he would do some kind of deal like that more likely than to actually just jump onto another sort of vessel.
I think he might start his own thing.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
Or people have been speculating a political career.
Yeah, I heard. Yeah, like vice
Like
president.
maybe he runs alongside Trump or DeSantis.
No, the reason why I don't think Trump, because he said some pretty
Yeah, he's gone
disparaging
after
shit
Trump.
about Trump. So I don't know if Trump would want that. I don't know, but it's all
He might
obviously it's all up in the air.
he might strategically understand why that's a good thing for him though.
Like
To have
Trump,
somebody that's on his side for the most part in terms of like policy and all that jazz, who is critical of him at times to bring that crowd over. Bring the crowd that's like critical of him, that's
yeah,
more or less on his side but critical of him,
mm.
bring them over, get more votes.
Yeah, it could be.
Or DeSantis, Tucker
I
DeSantis.
don't think Trump, or I think if Trump gets the nomination, which I think he will, but I think he brings a woman onto his thing, maybe like a Christine Neom or something out of North Carolina, or like or that other one Lake, is it Christy Lake?
Carrie Lake.
Carrie Lake. Yeah, someone like that. Someone who like,
Carrie Lake's a Democrat.
yeah, but she would easily jump over. She's Carrie Lake's not Democrat, is she?
Carrie Lake's a Democrat.
Who's the
She
one
might
that?
have she might have moved, but
No, I think she's Republican. She's the one that lost in Arizona, right? Am I screwing up here?
I think she's a Democrat. I don't know, Republican nominee for
Yeah,
Arizona.
yeah, I could see her grab or him grabbing her. It it would just play well for the optics of it, right? I think this time he would probably be more inclined, to go after optics as opposed to just doing his own thing. Although maybe I don't know, maybe he's just like fuck it, I'll just do my own thing. Pence thing didn't really, I understand why he did it,
Didn't pan out.
but it didn't pan out. Pence is a tool.
I don't think it matters. Well,
Probably not. He's
I
too
think it
big a
does
name.
matter. Like in the grand scheme of things, I don't think the vice president matters because everybody's always looking at the president. But if it's somebody genuinely noteworthy, like a Tucker Carlson or a
True.
Ron DeSantis, that's like double the attention,
Yeah. But
right?
Trump casts a huge shadow, right? And
Oh yeah,
so it's like,
oh yeah.
you know, as Trump, do you say,
He's gonna win 3 elections in a row.
yeah? Just kidding. Just kidding. Don't kick us.
YouTube, we
Just,
didn't
just,
say that. I
we're
didn't
just
say
kidding. It's
that.
just
YouTube,
jokes.
YouTube. I'm
It's just a
sorry.
joke. We're just sorry. We're just totally sorry. Sorry.
Well, it's
uh,
true.
it's not true. We're just, yeah, but it's not true at all. Not true. No, not. Just jokes. Just jokes. Yeah. Well, we'll see. I don't know. This
Yeah,
is an ongoing thing, and
let's see what Tucker does.
good luck to Tucker. I didn't like him at
Very
first.
curious to see what happens.
I didn't like him years ago, but I like him now. When he was wearing like a bow tie and shit, I thought he was a fucking tool. But like I just judged him. I was just doing that thing where you judge somebody on their looks, not so much on.
Probably buying into, you probably had more of a normie mindset, buying into more of the mainstream narratives on some of these people, too.
Well, yeah, maybe. I was probably watching a little more liberal stuff and didn't realize until it started. See, that was the thing. Liberals were easy. They were an easy sell back in the day when they weren't so
Well, in the
crazy.
'90s when they were liberals,
Yeah, or even the
but now
2000s, early
the
2000s
the
and
the
stuff.
liberals from the '90s, if you have the same policies, you're
Republican.
staunchly conservative now,
Hmm.
in the current situation.
Right. But yeah, let's see. All right. Well, let's move on to.
Uh,
We'll jump from this to a funnier story.
uh, a
That's
funnier story
that's
that we all can get behind.
this is
Also, Don Lemon was fired. Um,
finally.
I don't know why.
Okay, so there's
I
some
guess they are.
speculation he got into it with some producers, and it was
Yeah,
probably like the
maybe. He
last
says he
straw.
owns his actions after being fired, so that suggests that maybe he did, um, like do something that led to it.
I don't know. You know what? Who knows? I just think he's so unpopular. And CNN is so unpopular that it's like finally they're just like, fuck it, just get rid of him.
Yeah.
I don't even know what they were paying him. I'm sure it was way
I
too
think
much.
they looked it up as $4 million a year.
4 million a year. That's like 3,997,800 dollars too much. I think $2,200. I think you give him $2,200 a year.
Yeah, that's probably fair.
That's probably fair. I mean, his last
He
name's Lemon.
he used Don Lemon. Yeah, he's a bit of a lemon.
Lemon.
He's a bit of a lemon when it comes to
Lemon.
newscasters, eh?
Yeah,
Um,
he's awful.
yeah, I don't know. I mean, I would say what they told me to for $4 million a year.
Yeah, I kind of like we've had this conversation before. I would, yeah,
I could do it for a couple of
I think I
years.
would do it for a little. I'd sell my soul a little bit at first. I mean, I get
Yeah,
myself started, right?
you're gonna give me the script and tell me what to say,
And then
and
I would
I don't have to do
slowly,
anything. I just have to do what I'm told, and then
but then you just
4 million years.
slowly change it. You just slowly start like screwing with the script a little. And then
No, I'll do it for
eventually,
like 2 years, and then I'll force them to fire me by changing the script.
mm,
And then even if they find a way to weasel their way out of paying out the amount owed on the contract, I'm fine.
doesn't it feel kind of like what Dave Rubin did
No,
with TNT? Wasn't he? Or was he? Or not TNT.
it was with the Young
Young
Turks.
Turks. I mean,
I don't think
feels kind of
so.
like what he did with them.
I think he did that organically though. I don't think he
Maybe.
like did anything
I don't know.
because he always talks about like he had this kind of coming to moment where he started to realize things.
Yeah.
Um,
But Don Lemon is just a dumpster fire.
yeah,
But although I got to give him credit, there have been a couple times if you look him up, there was a couple different things that he's said in the past that were like sensible. It was like it didn't fit in
I
the
think a lot
regular
of these
narrative.
people are like that.
Yeah.
The reason is they're demons feeding on America. Like I think that they don't care. I think they were saying things that they thought were popular, and they said some reasonable things in the past, and then things got a little wild, and they just went with the wild, and they're like, okay, well, this is what's normal now, and this is my position now, because it's just like, oh, okay,
It's kind of funny if you found out that he was actually just essentially a grifter, and now that he's been freed of CNN, he has to find his own thing. He actually does good stuff. You're like, holy
or
shit.
or he literally does just do what he says, and Tucker Carlson hires him and just has him say Tucker's talking points.
Wouldn't that be hilarious? Because
Yeah.
Tucker has like just blasted this guy for years now. Don Lemon,
Yeah,
and he
Tucker
has him working for him.
Tucker can pay him, $4 million a year. Don Lemon's gonna get up there and say whatever Tucker tells him to.
This is the Don Lemon minute
He's
when
gonna
he
go.
comes up
He's
and just
gonna shit on CNN and the
yeah.
Democrats.
You know, I don't know. I think he'll end up somewhere. He'll end up somewhere like a OAN or
Or
something,
TYT or
or TYT or something. He'll end up somewhere. He's got a big enough name that he's not just gonna go away. I mean, he's been on CNN for 17 years and people know his name.
yeah.
And any news or any story about you is good, publicity, right? So this is great publicity for him.
Mm, I don't know about any story.
Oh, yeah, well, okay, true, but
Dylan Mulvaney stuff hasn't worked out so well.
yeah, I guess that's true. But well, hey, Don Lemon,
Lemon.
we'll be nice. We'll turn the cheek. Good luck to you, sir. Good luck.
I don't wish him good luck.
Good luck reporting
That's from you, not me.
the yeah. Well, fuck you. Reporting the weather or whatever else.
I think he'd fuck that up too.
You just gaslight people.
It's not raining out.
It's not raining.
It's not raining. In the window
Don't
behind him,
bring your
you
umbrella.
see the rain coming down.
If you
It's
bring an
not
umbrella,
raining. There's no water. It's
if you
perfect.
bring an
It's
umbrella,
sunny.
you are a racist.
Yeah. You're a
Only you're an
racist.
oppressive
You
racist.
are racist if you bring an umbrella because that means that you can't trust a black weatherman.
Yeah.
You see the fucking rain coming down behind him, and it's like fucking.
I guess it's not raining.
They're soaked. The fucking producer, or like one of the people in CNN walks by drenched.
Like, all right. Well, yeah, that's all we have to say about that. But
That's that.
that's another like we're ahead of it, right? There's nothing yet. That's happened.
Yeah.
But here's a little sort of caveat we forgot that we were going to talk about
You
here. Right?
did.
Um,
You did.
yeah, not this. Don't put this on yet. Remember, I wanted to say very quickly about Mr. Jerry Springer.
Oh yeah, Jerry Springer.
Jerry Springer died. I don't know if anybody's aware of this. I'm sure by now you are. 78 years old or something. The king of shit TV. Well done. Um, yeah, you should see what what's his name? Dice.
Dice Clay.
No. What's,
Dice is in the
no.
square thing you throw on the table.
Forget the dude's name. There's some dude. I think his last name's Dice. But he said some shit about him. Let me see if I can find it. He was basically calling him Satan.
Satan.
Yeah.
That's aggressive.
It was what did he say about him? Mark Dice, that's it. He said, let me find it. He's talking about Newsmax there. He said, of course, Fox News is celebrating the life of degenerate Jerry Springer, pioneer of trash TV who just died. Burn in hell, scum. Wow. But apparently, and I didn't know this, apparently Jerry Springer was actually, correct me if I'm wrong, was a preacher at one point.
Mm.
So he preached the good word of the Lord.
Yeah, well, these people are. He's probably only going after him because Fox News.
Yeah, no, Jerry Springer's a dinghead. I mean, let's be real. The guy basically invented trash TV. Like, how long was that guy doing the Jerry Springer show? Or Springer show, whatever the hell. And having garbage people on there just for ratings. Just so people could watch the dumpster fire that he was producing. So maybe he's partly to blame for garbage TV too.
No, I think the viewers are.
So who?
The viewers.
Oh, I thought you said the Beavers.
Beavers did it.
No, Beavers. It could be the Beavers too.
I mean, they're behind a lot.
The Beavers.
I heard they're
They've
involved
done
with
a
the
lot of
Koch
shit, man.
brothers.
I mean, they're fucking up rivers sometimes.
Yeah,
They're
they are.
they're fucking up water flow. So
Water flow. Yeah, I don't like that attitude of like blaming the people doing the stuff because like obviously it worked, and so if you don't like it, you blame the people that are indulging in it, right? It's like people who complain about video games that get released early and are like hot pieces of garbage, and people are constantly complaining about that. But it's like game companies wouldn't do that if you weren't paying full price for these games before they're completed.
true.
You know,
Yeah,
so it's like
I get it.
it's on you. It's on the consumer as a unit, I guess.
I get it.
It's not on the people doing it.
But I mean,
And part two with the internet stuff, you can kind of blame like other entities. Like you can maybe blame social media sites for like their algorithms pushing certain things over other things. But when you're talking about stuff like Jerry Springer, like that's before any of that, and that's just people decided that they wanted to watch that, right? So if it's like, well, if you don't like it, it's like okay, but enough people do that it worked.
yeah. Well, it's
You know?
honestly, that show was kind of like watching a fucking car crash or something. Like
Yeah.
you're watching it going, like I know I shouldn't be enjoying this, but I do.
There you go.
I want to know if he's the father. Is he
There
the
you go.
father? No, that guy's the father. Wait, no, that guy's not the father. Oh, that
That's the audience member.
he doesn't even know. Or I've been pregnant for 8 months and I didn't know. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Well, you had gas, I guess. All right. Well, that's enough of that. Rest in peace, there, Jerry Springer. Thanks for shit TV. He died just in time for TV to die too.
Yeah, basically, actually.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's go into the next thing here.
This next thing. So this is interesting. This is the Steven Crowder debacle. So this is a video from his home. I guess this was released by his wife. It doesn't say here, but I think it's 2021 when this video was taken. We're just gonna watch this. It's gaining a lot of controversy, so we'll see. We'll see what all the hubbub is about, and then we'll give our thoughts.
I drew a boundary. I drew a boundary. No, you just did it. I drew a boundary at abusive and cruel. You were not taking the car. Because if you refuse to do wifely things, then I will go pick up the groceries.
There's no groceries. I'd be happy.
Steaks, wood pellets, my grill. I know it's not a reasonable request, but I'll go do it. How about you first? Hillary, how do you respect the man? Yes. How does a man respect? How does a man receive love and respect? No. How does a man respect? But you're not taking the car.
Yeah, you're pregnant.
Stephen,
You're
this
not
is
taking the car.
Stephen.
You are not
Then I
taking
will ask them to pick food up. Would you like me to ask?
Oh, that's right.
It's not a threat, Stephen.
Get an Uber.
Okay, Stephen, I can't.
Feeling some constraints?
Stephen.
Like, I can't
Stephen.
go. Listen to me. Listen to me. You want to walk out right now? Listen to me. I can't go to the gym. I can't go to my parents. I can't call my friends. I can't be home. You're going to take the car and leave me here. Hillary, just think of how boxed in you've made me.
What do you need me to pick up? I'll get it. I'll be back when I'm back.
No, that doesn't work either. You'll be back when you're back. That doesn't work either.
So it's weird, right? Because we know there's more to this than
Yeah.
like. Why does Steven Crowder only have one car?
That's a bit weird.
That's a weird one, right? And
What the fuck she wearing a shirt that like her belly's all hanging out? That's bizarre.
summertime, I guess. Well, pregnant women do weird things, but
That felt like
they felt like there was a lot of stuff that is leading
missing a
to
ton of
him
context.
talking to her that way.
Yeah.
Like a lot of arguments, a lot of tension. It
Like,
shouldn't.
You can
like,
take a snippet of anybody's conversation and twist it any which way you want,
Mhm.
depending on the what the context was prior to.
Well, yeah,
and
it's
what
a
is
minute
after.
and 15 seconds.
Yeah.
And like, I think there's another one though.
I just think it's dirty that she's releasing it too. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, what is your angle?
Yeah, that's the other thing. They're going through a divorce now, and this is coming up. So I think that this,
This is something that people do, unfortunately. I'm not gonna say women because men do it too, where they just throw a bunch of
I think this
dirty shit at the wall to try and make themselves to bolster themselves in some way. Well, this person did this and this person did that in the context of the marriage. If in the you have a relationship with somebody and shit's going bad, like this is somebody that you're fucking around all the time. Yeah, shit's gonna go bad sometimes. If you see little snippets, sure, he looks like a bit of a douche there, but I don't know. Like, I don't know what the fuck led up to that. Like, I don't get what her angle is to.
there was also more video. Apparently, there's 3 minutes total. I don't know if this is it. That play button doesn't work if it's a real play button.
It's not a play button. You got tricked. Hosed, man.
There's some other stuff where he says some things. I think that like here's 20 seconds.
Stephen, no, we are at an impasse, okay? I love you, but Stephen, your abuse is sick. Your abuse
Watch it.
is sick.
Watch it. Fucking watch it.
I'm gonna let go. I'll get what you need me to get. And I need some space. We need to just talk.
Respect. You said.
It's weird that she said it like that.
Yeah, no, it's like
Almost anticipating that maybe she would use that.
that she knew that it was being recorded by the Ring camera.
The marriage was on the ropes, and that maybe,
I don't know. That does feel a little weird. Like
Temple is making a good point. That's like if I came up to you and I said something like, the
way you've been talking to me for the last.
your drug use is out of control or something like something blatantly accusatory. It's like, and that's just out of nowhere. It's like, what are you talking about?
What do you think
Why
of
would you say that?
Crowder? Do you think he's that
I
kind
have
of
no
cat?
idea.
I
think
this
a lot
is-
of people are. I think a lot of people are like that more privately.
This is my take on Crowder. I think Crowder. I like him. I think he's funny. Watched watched a ton of his stuff. I think he's funny and everything. But I think he's probably has that kind of dictism in him, where he's authoritative in some way. And I think he probably was like that.
Okay, this is the full 3 minutes. Do you want to watch the full 3 minutes?
Well, let's try and skip through the part we already watched. But
yeah, that'll be a minute. Once it starts,
okay.
we'll know. But
yeah, let's see.
I drew a boundary. I drew a boundary. No, you just did it. I drew a boundary at abusive.
This is what we saw.
You were not taking the car. Because if you refuse to do wifely things, then I will go pick up the groceries.
This is the part we saw.
Steaks, wood pellets, my grill. I know it's an unreasonable request, but I'll go do
You
it.
watch the whole thing again?
How about you first? Hillary, how do you respect a man? Yes. How does a man respect? How does a man receive love and respect?
Respect.
No. How does a man no, you're not taking the car.
Stephen,
You're not taking the car.
Stephen,
You are not
then
taking
I
the
will
car.
ask someone to pick me up. Would you like me to ask?
Oh, that's right.
It's not a threat, Stephen.
Get an Uber.
Okay, Stephen, I can't.
Pause it for a second.
Feeling some constraints?
Stephen.
Like, I can't
Stephen.
go. Listen to me. Listen to me. You want to walk out right now?
What do you mean
Listen
by
to me.
that?
I can't go to the
What do you
gym.
want me to ask? What does she mean by that? There's something there. Like as if she's almost like she's been cheating before or something like that.
Or there have
Maybe.
been issues with her going out with certain people.
With a guy
that
of some
he-
sort that he's
Yeah, or certain kinds of friends that he doesn't approve of, maybe.
maybe, but that had a whole little thing to it. Like, who would you want me to ask?
Yeah, like it's been a thing
You know?
before. Like,
And then him to say, is that a threat? Like so, like that's a weird that should be delved into more. The fuck is she talking about? Right there?
there's definitely something to that. It's
It doesn't make her
100%.
come off like like the fucking huge
No.
victim. Like she, I
But
think
she's a woman.
she's what?
We must support women.
Wayman?
Oh my god, you're so
Oh, like
such a
Wayne-
boomer.
Like Wayne?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. It's stupid. I'll be a boomer, I guess.
I can't go to my parents. I can't call my friends. I can't be home. You're gonna take the car and leave me here. Hillary, just think of how boxed in you've made me.
What do you need me to pick up? I'll get it. I'll be back when I'm back.
No, that doesn't work either. You'll be back when you're back. That doesn't work either. Do you understand the difference between my life being set to the second and you going, I'll be back when I'm back?
Stephen,
I don't think he likes the "I'll be back when I'll be
Yeah.
back." Right? That's typically the woman's
Only way out of
take.
it is discipline and respect. It's the only way out of it, or we're at an impasse.
we are going to get a pass.
Good. Because you can't have any discipline and respect.
Stephen,
There you go. You throw your hand, you give up so easily.
I don't give up, Stephen.
Hillary,
Stephen,
you give up so easily.
I'm
I just said the only way out of this is discipline and respect. You said, then we're at an impasse.
Stephen, no, we are at an impasse, okay? I love you, but Stephen, your abuse is sick.
That's a weird line.
Your abuse
Watch it.
is sick.
Watch it.
He didn't say watch it.
Fucking watch it.
I'm gonna let go. I'll get what you need me to get. And I need some space. We need to just stop engaging for a little bit, okay? I love you. I love you very much.
I don't love you. That's the big problem. I've never received love from you. And the fact is, when I go, look, I need you to do A, B, C, and D, you just be disciplined about it. You go, no. But I love you more than life itself. Okay. Put on some gloves. No. But I love you more than life itself. That's not fair. That's not fair, and it's disingenuous. Hillary, you're right. We're at an impasse. Become someone, listen to me, day in and day out, worthy of a wife. No, not as a wife. I didn't say as a wife.
As a wife.
Hillary, come on now.
I'm not gonna engage. I'm not gonna engage anymore. I'm gonna go. I'll text me what you need. I'll get you what you need. I love you. I'm committed to you.
Put on some gloves. Are you committed enough to do those things?
I'm not trying to.
Are you committed enough to do those things? You're not committed to anything. You're not committed to anything. You just said I love you. I'm committed to it. Walk the dogs. Put on some gloves.
I need to.
Walk the dogs. Put on some gloves. Are you committed enough to do those things? Are you committed enough to do those things? Are you committed enough to do those things?
I'm gonna just.
Walk the dogs. Put on some gloves. Are you committed enough to get the medication the dogs take? No, you take Betty.
Well, okay. My take on
If
it.
he said this, "I'll fuck up," that's
Yeah.
that's a little aggressive. But everything that's happening in that engagement is like, you can tell there's a lot there.
Well, I think he's definitely in his mind a traditionalist as far as like the man controls the house and that kind of thing.
But it also sounds like she pushes back at
Yeah.
every little thing. He's talking about put on gloves to what, like a very small thing.
Yeah.
That's like, okay, well, you would really appreciate I do that. Okay, like it takes nothing to do it, and if she's like refusing to do
Some
that,
people just bought control, right?
Yeah.
And I think that's part of it. I think he likes the subservient of the, like that you're gonna, kind of allow me to ask you something, you're just gonna do it. And then some people just don't want to do that. Like some people will just say
Yeah.
no, even if they know overwhelmingly the answer is yes. They're just gonna say no just to be that person.
Mm-hmm.
There's just some people like that. She's probably somewhat like that, and he exacerbates it by being domineering.
Yeah,
That's what I feel. That's my take on it, anyway.
that's probably it.
But
This is something that's like it probably shouldn't be out there,
it's you know
and it
what?
just seems like a like a marriage on the ropes.
And then what I don't get
And you
about
also
it
got to
is,
keep in mind, like, probably the stress
yeah,
going through Crowder too. There's probably a huge element for him that might be like artificially making him more domineering than he otherwise would be.
mhm,
The fact that he is Steven Crowder.
yeah,
People hate him.
yeah,
People love him. People hate him. People probably recognize him everywhere
sure,
he goes. So there's probably an element of like he feels like he needs that control to
hmm
protect his family in
hmm
a sense, where it's like, look, I need to know what you're doing or where you're going because something could happen. And if
yeah,
something happened, it's because of me, right? It's because
yeah.
people recognize me and they know who you are, right?
It's a fair point, but
There might,
you know what? Yeah, and if he's say the breadwinner, like the complete breadwinner in the family, which he probably is, then he would feel that sort of, um, that bit of dominance or that bit of, you know, there's. I don't have that. Like I don't share that, but I
he's
can
using
get yeah.
the word respect. He doesn't
Well,
feel like she respects him.
yeah, and I can see that because if you said to somebody, if you ask somebody to do simple things for you, you said, "Hey, can you help me with this, or can you do this, or whatever," and they constantly said no or constantly, then you'd feel like, "Oh, well, the fuck, are we not
Hmm.
partners?" Like the walking the dog thing.
Hmm.
So if he maybe said, "Hey, can you walk the dogs?" and she was like, "No," blah, 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 and he felt
It's
disrespected in
about
some
wearing
weird.
gloves, is what he was saying.
Well, that I think is this was COVID time, right? This was
Yeah,
ahead of COVID time. Yeah, if she's pregnant and he was worried about it. Okay, um,
it could be a normal thing too. I doubt that
could be.
Steven Crowder knew about the COVID situation. I don't think he thinks going out, walking down the street. I think it's probably a hygiene thing.
Yeah,
Dog
maybe,
takes a shit, you pick it up. I'd rather you be wearing gloves, kind of thing, because you're gonna come back and touch me. Maybe,
maybe.
maybe he's a bit
I don't know. Maybe it's because
cleanly.
she's pregnant. He's worried about that too. Who
Mhm.
knows? But
Mhm.
uh, those are like there's a lot of snippets in there where you can pick up the idea that he is a domineering type of person. But if she'd been with him a long time, she'd know that by now.
Yeah,
What's changed now? That's there's obviously some element there because she alludes to it. Oh, do you want me to? Who do you want me to call?
stuff has
And
happened,
then he's like, he
and
says there he's threatening me.
there's tension way beyond this.
So maybe
Clearly,
she cheated on him.
maybe, or did something that looked enough like cheating that
Yeah.
you know.
I've had that happen to me with relationships in the past where somebody's doing something that, and I've even said it to them. They're like, I didn't cheat. I'm like, it doesn't matter. You understand? It doesn't
I can
matter
never
whether,
know when it
hey,
kind of looks like it.
to me, it feels the same. Like you might as
Yeah,
well have fucked the person because
yeah,
I feel for all intents and purposes like you cheated on me. So
yeah.
you might as well have. All you did now was you committed the act of cheating without, if you're being honest,
You just set
without
yourself
actually
up in a
doing it.
situation where you could have.
Right, right. And you might as well have because the same fucking result for
Yeah.
me, right? So
Hmm.
I don't want to jump all over this yet.
Hmm.
I think this is ugly. I think for her to do this is ugly
Hmm.
because I think it doesn't do well for Steven Crowder's brand. And if you are divorcing, you're gonna want his brand to be as strong as it can be because you're gonna be taking half of that.
Yeah.
So why would you want to devalue him in any way? And why would you like? I think you devalue yourself by doing this when you air out the laundry like this. You know,
Yeah. Because now people know what kind of person you are.
right? I just think you could have done this very dignified. You could have said, "Hey, I want to leave." Now, if he were being weird and not allowing you or something, then maybe there could be that element too. But I don't know. This just all screams very weird to me. And this would be a developing sort of story, I suppose.
And he didn't want her to take the car. There's so many reasons. One, why does Steven Crowder only have one car? That's
That
weird.
is weird.
But there's so many reasons if they do only have one car, why that might be the case. Like it could have been a thing in the past where like she leaves, comes back, who knows how long later, right? He doesn't know where she is, when
Right.
she'll be back. So if he wants to go do anything, he can't, which he kind of alludes to there.
Yeah.
Um,
He's gotta have the kind of money. Just go buy another fucking car.
yeah, I don't
I
understand
don't
that.
know.
I mean,
Like
it looks like a nice place from the image there.
that would seem like a good easy fight ender.
Yeah.
If the car were a thing, I'd just go buy her a car. Like, all
Mhm.
right, here, I'm just gonna buy you a car.
Yeah.
There's your. But feels like,
Most married couples have two cars anyway.
but that also feels like a control thing.
Hmm.
You know, like so maybe her car was taken away
Which is a
because
little bit dimming.
she was
Or
doing some
something's
shit.
wrong with the second car. There's, that's a
Yeah, that's a
possibility.
possibility too.
Um,
But maybe she was up to some shit, and he's like, no car for you,
Yeah.
which is another weird thing. Anytime somebody exercises strange control over someone else, I'm always creeped out
Mm-hmm.
because I wouldn't want it done to me, so I don't do it to others. I'll just leave somebody. If somebody does shit I don't like, I'll tell them I don't like that, and if they continue to do it, I'll be like, all right, fuck you, I'm gone. Yeah, that's what I'm more inclined to do. But yeah, we'll see. I hope he's not a d-bag, but this doesn't look good for either of them. I'm thinking both of them are a bit d-baggish. But
I don't think it looks as bad as people want it to be.
yeah.
I think it's more normal. Like, look into anyone's private life. You're going to see things that you don't like.
Yeah.
Everyone's got their own ways of doing things and their own perspectives.
Yeah.
So it's like,
Yeah, if you walk in the middle of anybody's argument and you didn't hear all of it, you'll have a weird hot take on what's going on.
I mean, even if you have seen all of it, like, people are into different things.
Yeah.
You know, people have different perspectives. They have different desires, different, like, you know, this could be something where, like, she was really into, like, the domineering personality for a couple of years.
Mm.
And then now she doesn't like it as much for, you know, change of preference.
Right.
And that's why they got married and fell in love and got married. And now she doesn't like it anymore.
Like,
And then he doesn't necessarily, you know, maybe like if out the get-go she didn't like that, maybe he would change for her, right? If he really liked her. But then it's like this thing for years, and now it's a change. It's like, what? It's a little bit maybe confusing psychologically.
I think the pregnancy messes shit up too.
Oh, it fucks with everything.
Because, now, like, in his mind, let's say, for example, in his mind, he's like, you're pregnant. I want you to be a, like, stay-at-home mom or whatever is in his mind, and she's not doing those things. She's not,
Yeah.
She's not going along with the way he thought it was going to be, or maybe they had conversations about it. You just don't fucking know, and that's the problem with this.
There's so many unknowns.
There's so much context,
and this is just splattered on the internet.
Yeah, 3 minutes of a bullshit fight that makes Crowder look a certain way and makes her look a certain way.
I think she comes out worse than him in this.
I don't know about worse. She comes out. She.
I think worse
out,
by the fact that it was that she put it out there.
Yeah.
You know, like, if it just exists,
then
maybe it makes him look worse than her. But the fact that she put it out,
yeah,
kind of makes her
3 minutes of, here's
here's
the worst of it. And if that's the worst of it, I don't think that's all that bad.
Yeah. Well, she's not scared.
No, she's not.
You know, so that doesn't suggest there's a physical element to this.
Yeah. I don't think, and I wouldn't think there was physical. I wouldn't think the Crowder is the type of guy to hit a woman. I could see him being a domineering kind of guy, but I don't think I don't see that in him. I don't think he'd be a physical guy. I could be wrong, but
yeah,
that's just my feel. All right, well, let's end on that and move on to the next thing, because we spoke about that for a while.
Yeah. So this is kind of funny. We got Bud Light.
Keeps going, man.
Sales down 17% amid the Dylan Mulvaney thing.
This is something where it's going to be a long-term thing. We're going to see. It's going to take a while to see the fallout.
On Tim Pool's show, they bring up an excellent point that it's like Bud Light's always been that, like, cultural thing of, like, party cheap beer. You just want to get drunk, you have some Bud Light. You know, you just want something cheap, you have a Bud Light. You go out to watch a sports game, you have a Bud Light. Now it's associated with this freak person being weird and pushing this thing onto kids. Now it's like, now it's the queer beer. And most of the people that would drink it might think, oh, I don't want people to think that I'm like that.
Well,
it's the optics of what it means to have a Bud Light is kind of changed.
Yeah, okay, but I don't necessarily even think it's that. I think it's more just that you've now pivoted. Okay, so let's say they were struggling with sales to some degree, and now they pivoted and said, okay, instead of trying to add to our market share, we're going to destroy our current market share and go for a much smaller demographic.
Yeah. Well, while alienating,
makes 0 sense.
You know, the other demographic that thinks that it's, you know, wrong to push this stuff onto kids.
I mean, do you think there's a chance that this was sort of a rogue VP and it got out of hand?
Slightly, because now they've said 2 have been fired, and they've said that they're going to be stricter about vetting, sort of what's it, sponsorships, stuff like
Yeah.
that.
Well, because apparently they just sent the can was sent to Dylan Mulvaney,
Yeah.
and it wasn't like there was this national campaign, but it made
Well,
it
I think
look
that's
like it
bullshit. I
was.
think I think that's their bullshit excuse. I think that they
Maybe,
probably were planning to do
maybe.
that, and then there's backlash. Like, nope, 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 nope.
Or
Kibosh on that.
let's say for example it wasn't.
Um,
Let's just say that it wasn't, and that it was sort of like a rogue move. Like it was this VP's idea that she was gonna, I'm gonna do this thing that's gonna open it
yeah,
up for Bud Light. I'm gonna be the savior of Anheuser Busch.
because they
And
need to be saved
right. And
with
she
their
does this
what
thing.
$300 billion
I know.
market cap.
And then she does this thing and it blows up. And
Yeah.
maybe some of these jagaloons at Anheuser Busch went, hey, you know what? The PR could be good for us. But then they don't realize that it's going to be
Yeah.
such bad PR.
17% is a big number with a market cap that size.
And again, I think this is like a slow burn. Like you don't see what the full.
This is gonna have longevity. Like
That's what I mean.
I keep seeing this commercial for the Coors, Molson Coors is the company, right? Molson
Mostly,
Coors.
yeah.
Their commercial has a drag queen in it,
Mhm.
but the whole commercial is like one thing to the next thing to the next thing. Like it's like, oh, if you're this or that or the other thing,
Yeah.
you have a Coors, right? Like
That's inclusive.
it literally it hits every demographic of
Mhm.
people. It includes some of the woke stuff.
Yeah.
Fine, who fuck cares? Because you've included everybody
Yeah.
in this thing. You're like, hey, everybody come together and have a course, right?
Yeah.
That's what I should have been
Well,
doing.
yeah, but that was the misstep. It
Like,
was like they alienated their current
yeah,
market share. But had they just done that, Dylan Mulvaney was a bit of a minefield because you have this unhinged dude.
he's very controversial as is because he's very clearly faking everything he's doing.
Well, you have this controversial dude that's doing this shit on the internet, and you don't know what he's gonna do like next. I mean,
Obviously, nothing for a while.
but the whole idea now that they're going on like boycott this and boycott that because he's whatever he's somehow an influencer for it. I don't like that shit. I've never been um, you know a boycott shit kind of person. If you got a good product, I really don't give that much of a shit. The thing about Bud Light, I just kind of wish that they just stepped out and said, "Hey, look, that's not what we meant. We really didn't mean that. We screwed up. We didn't mean that. That's not the. We just wanted to be inclusive with everybody, but they just fucking for whatever reason won't do it.
Yeah.
Like there's some stubborn asshole there going, nah, let's just let it blow over. It's
Yeah.
not blowing over, dickhead.
It's not.
It's gonna keep going until you put this fire out.
But I will say this: I think your attitude right there is the exact reason that the woke stuff has spread like wildfire.
Well, yes and no. I mean,
Because there's so many people with that attitude who are not just saying, "Oh, well, these things are being pushed, so I'm just gonna avoid those companies or
so do you
those
like cancel
products."
culture?
Well, I like boycotting.
Well, that's cancel culture.
Not really, no.
Sure it is. Why not?
No,
It's
it's
like
not.
you're canceling something because
No,
you
because
don't
someone
agree
has
with.
a YouTube channel and you're saying delete their YouTube channel, that's cancel culture. When someone has a YouTube channel and you're saying don't watch their videos,
Well, what's
that's
going to
boycotting.
inevitably happen? Nobody watches it.
Okay,
It's
there you
inevitably
go.
going to go.
There you go.
Same thing.
But at least it's a meritocratic system and
It's like-
someone's not putting their thumb on the scale.
Okay, it's like saying instead of I didn't pull the trigger of the gun, but I set up a trap over here that if you walk over here, it's good. The trigger will pull and you'll get shot. Like it's the same result. It's just a different way for that result.
It's not the
to
same
happen.
result because if people don't agree that your content isn't something that they want to be watching, then your content will thrive.
No, I get. So I get that. What I'm saying about the cancel culture and about boycotting. So if you're preaching for something to be boycotted, you're pushing for something to be boycotted, and your only resolve on it is that it gets boycotted by everybody, then that's cancel culture. It's the same thing.
No, it's not.
Okay. I don't know how you can't see that's the same thing.
It's not even close.
Okay. Not even
It's
close.
not even close to
You
the
say
same
stupid
thing.
shit like that sometimes where you're like,
Yeah.
it's not even close.
Okay.
It is very close.
It's not.
It's at the very least a fucking first
It's
cousin.
not.
Okay. Keep saying it's not.
It's not.
Because you're saying it's not, I guess it's not. All right. Anyways, so the whole point I was trying to make with this is I don't think asking people to boycott other stuff that's sort of unrelated or that the company hasn't said anything to alienate their buyers or their customer group that they should be boycotting it. Like so, for example, like I guess Maybelline is one that he whatever he does with it. Somehow they have some kind of brand fucking deal with him. Um, I don't think women should boycott that necessarily because of that. It's not like they said, "Oh, well, we don't want women. We only want men who dress like women." So, but Bud Light did say that. Bud Light said, "No." Well, the idiot who ran that said, "We don't want the frat guys anymore. We don't want this. We want a new, fresher face." Like, fuck yourself. Fine, you get what you want. So all of your everybody that you said you don't want, they're gonna say, "Okay, bye. We don't want you either." And now you gotta fucking live in the shit that you created. That's sort of a different sort of thing because the company literally somebody representing the company literally said we don't want that group anymore. That's a different thing to me. But these other companies and these other things that she's or sorry I said she whatever it is representing I don't think it pertains the same way. So I'm not a big fan of the boycott thing. That's all I'll say about that. You're not
Right.
gonna say anything anyway about it. So um, we'll just keep talking about this dickhead until I guess Anheuser-Busch goes out of business or day end of being a girl comes whatever comes first. So the next thing we're going to talk about a little bit less controversial, but a little less goofy.
Andrew Tate says that he was poisoned.
Jeez. If it wasn't him, I would say that's stupid. But because it's him, it's very plausible.
Anything goes.
Anything goes with this guy. Like, I think they've got such a hard on for him. And it's funny because, like, has he said anything in the last?
Well, he deleted that tweet.
Well, okay, but I mean, other than that, has he even?
Well,
He hasn't even really done anything.
he's done some
He's
stuff.
just been laying low, hasn't he?
Not really. Like he's got stuff on his Twitter.
Oh, does he? Okay, but he's not as
A couple videos.
not really doing anything since the whole Romania. I think probably his lawyers said, "Hey, like
Yeah.
just lay low for a little while. Let's kind of get through this." And he's probably scared. I mean, let's be real. Who wouldn't be scared? Like when you got a guy who's a billionaire, basically, uh, and you kind of would get this idea, I think that you're untouchable, but clearly he's not untouchable. He's very touchable in Romania, and hopefully he wasn't touched the bad way in prison.
Who knows?
Well, there's that. Remember, I told you about what he said that one time in prison. Apparently, some guys tried to jump him or something, and he said, do you know the art of the magic fireball or something like that?
That I believe.
Yeah,
I believe you said
and
that.
the one guy just kind of looked at him weird or something like that, and then they just backed off. I'd be like, this guy's a little bit fucking unhinged. Maybe I won't try him. I don't know. So has he said anything about any of this, or we have nothing on this?
I mean, he deleted this tweet,
So
so I don't know.
what's his current condition? Anybody know?
All we know is he deleted this
We
tweet.
probably should have looked that up.
Whoops. Um,
'Cause maybe he's dead.
I don't think he's dead.
Okay, well, you heard it here first. Yes, you heard it here first. Is this it? Oh, no, it's just the main thing. 6.4 million followers.
So that's an older video.
Right.
Retweeted that 3
Somebody's
hours
ghost tweeting.
ago.
Somebody's ghost tweeting right
Yeah, maybe it's Tristan.
now.
But there's nothing new about, like, I think that might be a video he posted. Well, no, that's retweeted. Might be old.
He's gonna. It's funny because he can stay hidden for like a year, and then when he comes back, it'd be like the rising phoenix. Like people would just be like, "Oh, Andrew Tate's back. Oh, she's back," and then they'll just flutter right to him like he's never been gone. It wouldn't even matter. gotta give him
Yeah.
credit. I mean, he built himself up.
Yeah, they didn't have anything.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I don't know the situation on
Well,
this.
we'll have to follow up with this. We don't really know anything.
He deleted the tweet, which is suspect, so
That is
maybe
a little.
something happened. And
I mean,
although, what could have happened, right? Like that's
I don't know.
the
Like
symptoms
with
seem to
him, like
be.
I said, it could just be. I think it's fear. I think he's just really
Oh yeah.
scared.
So face swollen, blood pressure through the roof, skin's on fire, hard to breathe, some sort of severe reaction or poison. Only had coffee and water so far today. All appeared in the last 5 minutes.
I told you when I went to Cuba the one time. I was back for a couple days. I had no. I got sick in Cuba. Like I was sick when I left Cuba, but I had no like no skin symptoms or anything like that. And then like 2 days later, after I got back or something, bang! I started getting like hives everywhere, up my face, my arms. I mean, that lasted for almost 6 weeks. So I don't know what happened to me in Cuba, but I got something.
Something.
Something got in me. So it could be the same sort of thing. I mean, if you got a
Something for prison. But the fact that it
bacteria
happened
of
all
some
of a
sort.
sudden, it wasn't like immediate.
Yeah, but mine looked like that too. It was just like bang, all of a sudden I had this thing. And like I said, it lasted forever. I went for allergy testing. I went on prednisone. I went on all kinds of shit. I was like losing my mind. It was just, and there was no reason why it would come on. Like they would go away, the hives would go away, and then suddenly, like it was cold at the time. It was like March or something, March or April, and I'd go out in the cold and bang, hives. I thought it was like a new thing that I would have to live with. Like, it was going on for so long. I was like, fuck, this is my new life. This is fantastic. But so I don't know. Maybe it's something like that, but or I could be right. Maybe he's dead. And you heard it here first.
Probably not dead.
Probably not.
The fact that the tweet was deleted,
Could be.
probably something happened and he panicked.
Yeah. Well,
Wouldn't surprise me if someone tried to poison him, though.
come on, Top G. Come back, man. We want to talk about you.
Come on the show.
Open invite, man. Straight up open invite. I tell you what, because we've only got 2 microphones here and 2 cameras. I'll just 86 myself away. I'll talk to you from across the room. Hey, that was a great point you made there.
Hey, shut up over there.
Shut up and watch. Yeah. All right. Well, we'll talk more about this if we get anything. We'll find out more. But right now, we just know that there's at least an 81% chance that Andrew Tate is not alive anymore. That's according to me. That's not fact. That's according to
He's most likely alive. It'll be front page news if he dies.
He dies. He dies. Oh, okay. Well,
So this is hilarious.
this is these are always hilarious.
So you see a similarity?
Did you ever watch that?
This,
Did you
yeah,
watch that episode?
oh yeah, that
That's
episode,
hilarious.
yeah. This,
Swanson.
this, 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 this. This is a man to woman tranny just beat a bunch of women in a race.
And it's not like he's a young.
No, he's old.
Well, sorry. Okay. Is this a full like conversion?
What do you mean full? There's no full conversion.
Yeah. Yeah. Has he had his
What?
ding dong removed? That's a full conversion to me. Get some boobs and have the ding dong removed. You're converting all the way.
Okay.
That's a conversion. So if they have had a full conversion, I will go ahead and use the preferred pronoun of she, even though I don't necessarily think it's a full woman. I think a woman's a woman, biological woman, but you're a transgendered woman. I'll go with that.
Okay.
Yeah, well, whatever. What do you got to say about it? Nothing?
I think this is hilarious.
Yeah, well,
I think this is a man beating a bunch of women in a race and then showboating about it, and it reminded me exactly of this episode of South Park that came out years ago.
it was like,
And it's the same pose.
14,000 women?
It's like we're being punked.
But it was 14,000 women. Right?
Yeah, I think this person came in first, is what it was.
Yeah.
So there were like 14,000
Look
people.
at the guns
running the-
Look at the guns on that. That's some guns, man.
Yeah, that's
Some guns and boobs.
a man.
Some man.
Is it?
He said it. It's a man. Well,
It's identical. We're being punked. I swear to
well,
God,
play
this
it,
simulation's
play a
broken.
smidge of the video real quick so you can hear it.
Girl power.
So having done them in different places,
Okay.
how does this compare?
London is the best. Without a shadow of a doubt. And so it's my beautiful son. He's having a baby, so I'm going to get Granny G.
Okay.
Like, I don't get these people getting in these competitions.
We live in clown world. Yeah, that's a thing. That's a thing.
Unfortunately, that's the thing.
That is a thing. Well, I don't know how women feel about this, but okay, I guess. Yeah, I don't know why there aren't more women just like. There's
Simulation.
14,000 women that you think would have been like, this is stupid. What are we doing?
The simulation is breaking down, and South Park is becoming reality, I think.
Yeah. I don't. You can have you can have a subcategory. I don't understand. You can have a subcategory. You can say, okay, all right, we have 10 transgendered women in this race, and where they place, we'll place in the top in the 10 of them, and we'll place them in the main race, but we'll put an asterisk beside it. So the woman who finishes first still finishes first in the women's. Like, I just don't understand why. It's like it's just this weird forced inclusivity. Like, no, you can't be okay with all the other stuff. You got to be okay with absolutely everything. It's just it's fucking bizarre to me. It'd be like okay, so men, okay, in order to accept men, you got to accept that sometimes we like to punch the shit out of each other. You have to accept that, and if you have any problem with that, well, you're a fucking man hater. Well, no, you have a problem with that because it's not cool to punch people. You know, I don't know. Yeah, kids, it's healthy for little boys to wrestle, and you ever been around a little boy, they like to actually hurt things and people and stuff because they're figuring it out. It's testosterone, I guess.
Rough and tumble play.
Right. But shit, if you don't accept all of that, if you don't just let it play out, I guess you're just a man hater or something. But I guess that's okay. I don't even know what to say about this anymore. We seem to talk about it every week. We talk about something related to this movement, but it's almost not funny anymore. But it still is. It's almost not funny, I guess.
Gotta find this.
Oh, that's kind of funny. Did you see that? Go back up. Right there. No, the picture of Taylor Swift. Napoleon Dynamite drag.
Oh my God.
Clown World, this is fun. This is a fun site.
It's a fun place.
If anybody ever finds, no, it's the next one down.
It's
Keep
one,
going.
yeah.
If anybody ever finds this, well, go look it up. It's very fun. You find some funny stuff on here. This is where some of our shorts come from, by the way, just so you know. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Whoops.
Here we go. You ready for this, everyone?
Let's get ready to rumble.
You're gonna learn.
My occupation is a certified bad bitch.
Certified bad bitch or boss?
Very much baddie vibes.
Baddie?
Like
What?
full-time baddie, no breaks.
What?
It's very much full-time.
What does that mean? Can you explain that?
It's just a lifestyle. Like I mean, if you get it, you get it.
It's just a lifestyle.
I feel like every woman can be a certified baddie. It's just the mindset, and it's a full-time job.
If there was a dictionary and you were hired by Webster's to define certified bad bitch, is that what it is?
Yes.
What would be the dictionary
Where's her
definition of a
neck
certified bad
Her
bitch?
face.
I would have to say, I mean, it's just like toning it down
I don't-
completely. Just a
I
woman
don't
who's
think she has
confident
two.
in
I think it's
herself,
all one.
does whatever
thing.
she wants for herself, nobody else. It's
Like your chin's almost gone.
women, whatever, men, whatever.
Yeah.
Anybody can be a certified bad bitch.
Almost gone. Just about.
Is that the occupation
She's
list
like
on
this. She is
the
17.
Oh, for sure. Occupation
I
is
think
a
the chin would
certified
disappear.
bad bitch.
certified
I think
bad
just roll right
bad
into the
bitch
face.
or boss?
Yeah, it's okay. I don't.
You're like, fuck.
But it's just funny. What the hell? What was she even saying? I'm a certified bad bitch. I'm a certified baddie. Like, that's I'm a full-time baddie. What the fuck are you talking about?
I don't know.
How do you earn money?
Who's having sex with that? I want to know.
I'll bet you anything. Go look it up. I bet you this one has an OnlyFans. Somebody's watching this shit.
Probably.
Some weirdos out there, man. They just like
I
they
know.
like weird shit.
I know.
I think it's when you see normal stuff all the time. At some point, somebody goes, their brain just goes, no, you know what? I need weird shit. And
Maybe.
and I think seeing this certified bad bitch is weird. And seeing where where that chin ends and the rest of it begins.
That's the allure.
It never begins. I don't know if it ever begins. I think it's just it's an egg. He's an egg.
Yeah.
Like, where's the start of the egg?
Yeah.
It's there. Like, you just touch around. Like, there's no start point. It's just one full thing. Just you can't go, oh well, fuck. That's clearly where the egg started. I don't even know.
Yeah.
We know where the egg finished. Right there. All dozen of them. A lot of times over. Actually, she's never eaten an egg in her whole life. No, it doesn't taste like sugar.
She's had mini eggs and like Cadbury cream eggs.
She's had mini eggs. She hasn't. Mini eggs, Dad, they're too small.
Yeah.
I had the big Cadbury cream eggs.
Yeah.
Get them in me. Get as many in me as you can. That's what she does on her OnlyFans page.
Mhm.
I'm the worst.
Yep.
I apologize. I shouldn't be making fun of her. She's baddie. She's a
She's
bad
a
bitch.
certified bad bitch.
She's a certified. I should respect the fact that she's been certified under the bad bitch category, whatever that means. Look it up. She doesn't even know. Well, hey,
Right.
on that, we'll go ahead and end our
Shut her
podcast.
down.
We'll shut her down. Thanks for watching, and if you made it this far, thanks for making this far. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, if you're not part of our thing, and enter our chat. Nobody's been saying anything for the last couple of weeks. We feel like maybe you're all dead.
Maybe.
So prove you're not dead. Jump into the chat, say some shit. Even if you have something stupid to say, please say it, because that'd be funny. Actually, we'll make fun of you live on air, and you can feel like you're part of the show. Okay, so and catch all of our videos. If you didn't catch this podcast, or you're just catching a piece of it, you can catch all the videos during the week, Monday through Saturday. Basically, we will post each clip of the podcast, and again on next Friday, 7 o'clock, we're here again for your viewing pleasure. Thanks for watching.
Enjoy your Friday night.
See you next week.